Four living creatures are the closest to Yahweh, and depending which of the four you follow, you can get quite close. So let me show you who they are, because that will give you the distance. The four angels, they also known as cherubim, with 6 wings, indicating the distance. They have character, they have purpose, and they also have names. The Bible depicts their characters in their faces. One has the face of an eagle, another one a lion, another one a cow, and the fourth one has the face of a human. And they correspond to the 4 names: the name of Adam, Eve, Jesus, and Satan, or the Lucifer. Now let me talk about their purpose. Adam and Eve had a purpose to multiply. You know, the Garden of Eden, it's not the actual realm, but the spiritual realm. Adam and Eve produce spirits. Then Jesus has a separate function. He looks after the covenant between people and God. He gave us the blood covenant, and we could return to God. That's why one of the cherubs has the human face, and that's Jesus. When he was taken to heaven, he had a human face. And the fourth creature, the cow, the cowardly one, that is Satan. Lucifer had a function or a purpose to make people worship God, God Yahweh. Lucifer had a function of bringing people to worship Yahweh. And notice the 4 of them are in the Garden of Eden, which confirms that this was a spiritual realm. Adam and Eve was there. The tree of life, which is Jesus, he was there. And the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, that's Lucifer, he was also there. He is that serpent. These 4 cherubs have the highest wisdom and knowledge, and like all angels, they can inhabit human vessels. So if you follow Jesus, you are very close to God. And if you follow Adam and Eve, you receive a spirit from them, and you are also close to God. You might not necessarily follow religion of Christianity, you might be even atheist, but you will also be close to God from Adam and Eve. Now I'm going to show you what Satan or Lucifer did, because he was in charge of the worship. At some stage he said, nobody will worship Yahweh, everybody submits to me, and I will come up with a new name, and I will gather all the people to myself through deception. So Satan crafts up a plan to bring all the human vessels to glorify him instead of Yahweh. So the first thing he does, he removes the name of Yahweh from all the Bibles. It's only the manuscripts that show the name of God. Then what he does, he deceives all the people by telling them that God does not have a personal name, it's just God, or Allah in Arabic. God has the personal name, everybody has the personal name. We know it, he knows it, but he deceives the people. After that, he sends his spirits through Eve, you know, in the Garden of Eden. He sends them to the human vessels and makes them to submit to him. How does he do it? Well, through his book, through the verses that Muhammad gave us. The verses that tell to decapitate all the other people who do not worship or who do not submit to him. So instead of serving Yahweh, he is against Yahweh. He is anti-Jesus. He is anti-Christ. So our poor prophet Muhammad, he has to deal with the verses sent by Lucifer. That's why the book of Quran has a lot of verses through him. And what does Muhammad do? He starts jihad. He starts fighting God's people. He starts killing the followers of Jesus and the followers of Adam and Eve. And finally, the Bible tells us that Yahweh throws Satan out of heaven. So if you follow jihad, you are not very close to God. In fact, you will end up being separated from Yahweh. And the land of Satan is characterized by two things. There is lack of water and there is poverty. Are you located in Lucifer's land, or are you close to God through Jesus or through Adam and Eve?